That's scary. Whatever. Let's do it behind the scenes. Okay, first up is Followed Home. Okay, the film's about my character, and they're on a walk, and they abuse a blanket that they find on the sidewalk. They, like, throw it off the sidewalk. And, yeah, and then the blanket kind of gets angry at them. And goes after them, follows them home, hence the title, and, kind of raises a lot of problems for them. I really wanted to, like, kind of convey the idea that it's kind of like, if you piece enough together, you kind of figure it out. It's not really something that's, like, in your face on the screen, but, I kind of wanted to have the idea that it's, like, that the blanket it doesn't have anything against anyone. It's just kind of a haunted, like, possessed blanket or whatever. It doesn't really have, like, a grudge against anyone or anything. But it's the gloved hand that we see ringing the doorbell when it delivers the blanket, that has found the blanket and is trying to use it to kill people for whatever reason that the gloved hand has. And yeah, it was like, so the I felt like it, I don't know. I feel like there could probably be a Followed Home too, because, like, the beginning raises a lot of questions. Like, it shows do not touch in the beginning. It's got the sign on it says do not touch. It's like, so is this before or after the events of the main part of the film? Like, was this someone, it was supposed to be like someone found it and they were containing it or something? Like someone knows what's going on here and they're containing this thing, or they don't know what's going on but they know this thing's dangerous. And I wanted to I really liked the box delivery scene. I hope all you guys did too. To like, it's just like, you forgot something. What did I forget? A demonic blanket. And that's supposed to be too, that's like kind of like the gloved hand sends it after people, but the person really needs to, like, abuse the blanket, how, like, my character does, to actually get it to go after them, because it's, like, angry at them. Also, shout out to the person, if they're watching this, who played the blanket creature. They did an amazing job. Dude, that was just, I don't know, very, very good performance. At the end, it's kind of confusing, but it's supposed to be at the end when, like, the water's running and then the water disappears into the blanket. It's supposed to be a very weird thing that the water turned into the blanket. I actually shot the part with the water after I shot the part with the blanket, so I could put it together so it would work, like, oh, suddenly all the water's evaporating, combine and become the blanket. And yeah, I really don't have Followed Home, really, I don't have too much to say about it, except that there's some lore around it, and I don't know, I think there could be a sequel. Is there, like, any final thoughts I have? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Alright, down the hall. What? So, Down the Hall is about the horrible things that can happen when a demon plays chess. Person kind of ends up in this, like, weird twisted chess game, and yeah, it's checkmate. So that's too bad. Anyway, so yeah, Down the Hall was interesting. It's like the first half of it is like something out of The Conjuring almost, and then the second half of it is, I based it on the Pale Lady scene in Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Down the Hall was kind of just like, I just imagined, it's like there's a demon in another dimension playing chess with this person, sort of, putting them in a twisted chess game. And, like, the weird occurrences are pieces moving or pieces being captured, and then, the creatures flowing in from all sides, that's checkmate. The ending, some of you may notice, the ending is, like, my character gets up and walks away with the, blanket on them, implying that they may be one of the, creatures now. Or maybe not, who knows. But that's definitely, if there's a Down the Hall to it, something I want to explore, is, like, what happens with that? Or maybe that's just, like, an an unknown thing. Like what happens to the people that get changed. The the creatures in Down the Hall were actually a blanket and a raccoon mask that I was wearing to create that effect. It worked out really well because it was just me playing the main character, the demon hand, and the creatures, but it worked out really well. The shots of them coming in from all sides really, really looked like it was the multiple creatures. Like in Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, they use a lot of long shots for the pale lady scene in the hospital, but yeah, but I really wanted it to I don't know, I want it to kind of be like that. Give that feeling of like no escape. Like you can't get away from these things and they're gonna catch you. And it's like each of them is like a clone of each other and they're all coming closer from all directions. Yeah, so like there's the weird chess creature. I don't think the chess creature, if someone was asking me about it, I don't think the chess creature is the same thing as the creatures that flood in from all sides. I don't think they're the same species or the same kind of monster. And I feel like the chess playing demon is a broader high kind of in like a monster kingdom or rankings. I feel like the chess creature is probably higher up than it's probably different species and it's higher up than the creature, the flooding from all sides, the raccoon mask creatures. I feel like the raccoon mask creatures are its way of delivering checkmate. They're its pieces, kind of. And I felt like I probably think too, if someone asked me it, that I feel like the raccoon creatures are probably the ones like slamming the cabinets and stuff and turning the lights on. I feel like probably, or there's that one raccoon creature down the hall causing all the weird stuff to happen. Then there's the other ones lying in wait to come out, or maybe they're not there yet. I don't know. It's kind of unclear in Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark exactly like if the pale lady was waiting in that part of the hospital for Chuck or like what was going on with that. That's all I really got to say for Down the Hall. It was neat. I didn't really there wasn't too much about it. Oh, one thing too, when the cabinet slams, that part was just me. That's one thing I want to say. When the cabinet slams in the beginning, that must have, I bet some of you thought like how they pull that off. How KP Shorts pull that off. Well, what I did was I stepped into the room, which is actually this room, off of that hallway, like the on that side of the cabinet. Like this, it's like this room's like right off the hallway, and it's on the side, on the cabinet that opens side. So what I did is I just held the cabinet open. I kind of like what I did. I just held it and I kind of quickly opened it with like a lot of force and quickly stepped into this room. So like you didn't really see my body at all. You just saw like the cabinet closing. Anyway, yeah, that's all I gotta say about Down the Hall. And finally, last but not least, to close out today, we have Hunter. What? These people are just standing there. So Hunter is about the horrible things that can happen to you if you fall asleep. It's basically Nightmare on Elm Street, but instead of Freddy Krueger, it's two like the Strangers type style villains that are demons, basically. It was fun. It was shot over 2 days. I shot the real world part on Wednesday, and I shot the beach woods part the day right before that, so Tuesday. There were 2 other people working on it with me, and yeah, who played the demons. So it was fun. It was fun. I kind of got the idea of like kind of my old series Dream and Transport. It's kind of Dream and Transport put together. I wanted to do something like that because I'm doing longer films now too, like 2-minute, 3-minute films now too, and I wanted to kind of do a remake of Dream and Transported. How the Handy thing is a remake of The Hands. There is, in the beginning, before my character falls asleep and goes into the weird dream world where they get killed, there is something in their room with them that is like doing poltergeist stuff. And then it just kind of goes like this, passes by them while they're sleeping, and they wake up in the dream world. So there's something going on with that. Like, it's definitely the demon already in their room with them before they fall asleep. And it kind of, I'm assuming it kind of like takes them to the dream world, traps them there. And the two demons that chase our friend, who's very, very unlucky, always is in the films, are they're like, well, my character first encounters one of them in the woods, and it chases them out to the beach, where they encounter the same one that was in the woods and another one, and then the two of those chase them, and eventually they get cornered by the one that was in the woods, and it does like lunges at them and kills them, lunges at them, and then cuts back to here, and they're like, I did speed up. I don't know if you guys noticed, but for demons and the dream demons movement, I did speed that up. Not at the very end when the one's coming over when the one that from the woods is coming over the hill, like the little sand dune, but any other part where they're like running, I sped that up. You can kind of tell that actor who played the creature in the woods too was having trouble seeing out of the kind of little like thing over their face. So that if the creature kind of looks like it's like wobbling a little bit, that's because it's the actor trying to see out of the like little shirt thing. It was really fun. It worked really well. It was really simple. It was really like I don't know, despite like stuff like the actor not being able to see very well out of the face area, it worked really well. I felt it worked really well. Hunter's just like, you fall asleep, you get hunted. That's the description of the film. I don't know, there might be a Hunter 2, I'm not so sure. I feel like, especially with Down the Hall and Followed Home's popularity, there's definitely going to be a sequel to those, especially Followed Home. That one just got really popular. I want to thank you all for the love that one got. That just was so, I don't know, it blew up. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do a Followed Home 2, maybe Down the Hall 2, and maybe a Hunter 2. We will see. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it for Hunter and the video overall. One last thing that happened down the hall, behind the scenes of that, when I was standing out on the porch to come in as the monster come in through the front door, something funny happened. Someone drove by and saw me and waved at me. I was like, I wonder what they think. I wonder what they think I'm doing. Like I'm like under a blanket with this raccoon mask on, doing like a weird smile. That must look pretty weird. It must look pretty odd. Anyway, I think that's it for the behind the scenes of Followed Home, Down the Hall, and Hunter. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow. And yeah, we're trying to get to 100 subscribers. And I will see you all in the next video.